Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
I remember pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. And another good game here as the numbers show. We had a rare meeting with the entire offensive line this week. They were pretty ecstatic. Well, they should be ecstatic again.
And we had that meeting with them because of how they played last week. I thought it was your idea. It was brilliant to say, let's bring the big guys in. Well, it was true. Let's talk to the guys. How did they pull that off? Because they were so productive. No real problems in getting to the offensive backfield. They were getting downfield, getting the second, third level, creating extra blocks. We're seeing that again this week. They are really locked in, so credit to them, but also a big credit to the offensive line coach because he's got to feel great about what he's prepared.
Absolutely. Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. And this seemingly endless drive continues. They'll look to throw on third and goal. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a gain of 6, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on fourth and goal.
Well, partner, they're still going to have to go for it after that play. And I'm not sure that the running game is going to be a part of what they have to do on fourth down now.
From this far out, you wouldn't think so. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Their big tight end, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. And a great example there of just getting the feet in a tough spot. It seems like every year these guys get better at this.
Well, I think the drills get better that they work on, training camp, off-season work, OTAs. But also a lot of these guys have dance backgrounds, ballet backgrounds, and they take that and carry it over to the football field.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive spans 13 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch right down the pipe, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
And he didn't leave much doubt there, did he? Good snap, good hold, and that one was dead center.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, what a move. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Eagles defense. They work their way back onto the field. Last drive, touchdown, surrender. Here, see if they can stop them.
It's always a constant battle of letting the last series go, good or bad, but especially bad. Give up a touchdown. Okay, forget the finger pointing, forget the blame. Go back out and play the defense you know you're capable of and help your team out.
And probably look to the leaders as always.
As always. They're going to be the ones going to grab some people and say, all right, let's do this thing.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Partners, a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Even score late in the 4th. Let's see if the defense can play within themselves, not give up the big play and contain, and keep this knotted up. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6', 6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. It's a pickup of 14 there, and it'll give the Titans a 1st down. And quickly they get to the line. They're going to look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Complete to right. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Wright's got it. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And the Titans defense, they get ready. They take the field again. The situation, tie game. They're just hoping to keep it that way, aren't they?
They are, and right now everything is really being dictated by how they're going to attack offensively. Will they take a knee and just try and get to overtime? Will they try and run some big plays? Got to stay loose and alert and be ready for anything on defense.
Got to think they're going to try to get in field goal range here, right?
You would think so, but some of them will look at the clock and say, I'm better off taking my chances in overtime because I might turn it over here. So you just have to be prepared.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now Foles. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it down to the 32. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, time not on their side here. In fact, a lot going against them. They do have a small glimmer of hope.
No one likes to play extra football. They want to go for the win right now.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And a nice little... And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And he'll give it here to his running back. Trucks through him.
Oh, man.
Now another timeout here called by the Titans. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they'll get him down right around the 16. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
And the tackle's made there by one of the secondary members. And I can guarantee you, having played that spot in the huddle right now or on the field, they're urging for a little bit more support from the guys up front. I actually remember one game where I hopped over a defensive lineman to make a tackle downfield and realized he was 10 yards downfield. That That's not good. That's being driven off the line of scrimmage, and you can't have that if you're going to win a game on defense.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf.